Okay, so here they have a piecewise explicit formula. So we're just going to follow the directions. We've worked with piecewise things before. I don't always see these a lot in our sequences, but it's okay. We can do this. All right. So it says write the first 6 terms. Okay, so we're going to need a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, a sub 4, a sub 5, and a sub 6. Okay, now here are the conditions. If n is not divisible by 3, then you're going to use n squared. But if n is divisible by 3, then you're going to use n over 3. So you have to decide, based on what n is, which formula you're going to use. Okay, because there's like 2 of them. All right, so we'll use black to indicate when we're going to use the n squared. Okay, so you look at your n here. It's 1. Is 1 divisible by 3 or not divisible by 3? It's not divisible by 3, right? So when we say divisible, we mean does 3 evenly go into 1? So like 1 divided by 3, is that an integer? No, it's 1/3, which is like 0.333, right? Okay, so no, this is not divisible. Not divisible. Not divisible. Okay. Have to explain the terminology here. You guys probably already knew that. Okay, so it's not divisible by 3, so I'm going to use n squared, which means I'm going to have 1 squared, because my n is 1, and that's going to be 1. So I know the first term. Okay, now I'm going to go to a sub 2. n is 2. That's my n. Is 2 divisible by 3? No. Meaning it's got to go in evenly. You get like 0.6663p. Okay. So it's not divisible by 3, so we're still using, in this case, n squared. So that's going to be 2 squared, which is 4. Okay, so we know the second term. Now n is 3. Well, is 3 divisible by 3? Yes, because that equals 1, an integer, so we're okay. So we're going to switch to using, whoops, I forgot to switch colors. We're switching to the orange, n over 3. But what is n? Well, it's 3. So we get 3 over 3, which is 1. You can always find n. It's the subscript of the term you're on. Okay, now we'll go to 4. That's the n. Is 4 divisible by 3? No. So we're going back to the n squared. That's going to be 4 squared, because n is 4. That's 16. All right, is 5 divisible by 3? No. So n squared equals 5 squared, which is 25. Is 6 divisible by 3? Yes. Okay, so now we're going to switch to the other formula, n over 3. But what is n? 6. 6 over 3, which is 2. Okay, so there's our sequence. Here it goes. 1, 4, 1, 16, 25, 2. That one would be hard to find the pattern on. Okay, so that's what you get. That's the sequence.